welcome to today's video. We're going to combine both the games that took place this morning in the LCK for rounds 1 and 2, the power ranking update as a result of those games, and then also go over the LPL team rankings before the split begins. That was intended for yesterday, but with a big storm here, we had to work on the house. So with that, we're combining two videos into one with this. So, Bro HLE. I figured HLE would win this. I thought they'd win it 2-1. I thought they may drop a game. Bro has this weird tendency to win games they shouldn't. And HLE struggled mightily in the LCK Cup. I mean, they finished 10th kind of based on a bullshit format, but also statistically they kind of sucked. So there is that. But this matchup, more lopsided than even this one. We're looking at a 84-26 split. 84-16 split, excuse me, where HLE took 4 Drakes to match Bro and all 3 Barons. Zeka had a solo kill, 12-15, 29% of damage, 77 kill participation. Teddy led in all 3 categories for Bro with 3 solo or 2v2 kills. Game 2 was much closer than Game 1. 11, 5, and 3, 35% of damage, 70 KP. Other solo kills, Zeus, Guma, and Gideon. Just 1 second. So, so this series, HLE very much favored. I mean, everyone was predicting HLE, as I could imagine. They were ahead for 84% of the minutes played. And also, in terms of the two sides of the equation here, 1,500 gold lead, 800 gold lead, 1,500 gold lead. But the bot lane duos were close. So Guma, Delight only opened up 182 gold lead on average between the 2 games. Otherwise, really, the solo lane spotted a 3,000 gold lead. We're looking at like a nearly 4,000 gold lead on average at 15 minutes for HLE in this one. And then we have T1 KT. Game 1 very much in KT's favor. T1 in Game 2 were very strong. It's like they came out flat. They really did. And then in Game 2, they couldn't take advantage of their Baron opportunity to really be able to get it to a Game 3. They had opportunities, but Game 1, I think they kind of just took it for granted. We saw Keria play Anivia, which is a Keria, like, Anivia is not a Keria champ. But Keria plays weird shit. And so sometimes it's not going to work. And it did not really work all that well. Aiming 12-1-12. Perfect. 2 solo kills, 27% of damage. BDD, solo kill, 77 kill participation. The team averaged about 3,600 gold of power play. They had 2. T1, Keria had a solo kill, 256, 67 KP. Pays tried to do his damnedest, dealing 38% of the team's damage in a loss. 1,041 gold for T1 with their Baron, which wasn't enough. Doran had a solo kill. In terms of Drakes, 5-3 for KT. They took 2 of 3 Barons. We're ahead for 70% of the series in a 70-30 split, which is a little better than that one, but still lopsided nonetheless. In terms of how the early games went, so the bot lane duo of Pays Keria were ahead on average 427 gold at 15 minutes. The top side of the rift, going the way of KT, is Perfect into Delight, 1,167 gold lead. Cousin to Owner, nearly 500, and BDD into Faker, 370. So we're looking at, roughly, 866, 439. We're looking at like a 1,600 gold lead on average at 15 minutes, which is notable. Which is notable for KT. Most of it obviously coming in game 1, of course. It was a 24-minute near-perfect game if it wasn't for 1 turret. I say near perfect because some people got upset that people are saying, oh, it's not a perfect game on Twitter, because it wasn't. But that is what it is. In terms of power rankings, T1 end up falling from 4th to closer to 5th than they were before. Obviously, 25-game season, and it was not statistically as lopsided as a 2-0 might indicate. So there wasn't a ton of movement in there. We see some residual movement with the ripple effect of how these stats interact with each other, which are, keep in mind if you're an LCK fan now. Tier ranking, which means, hey, did they go to first stand? Did they go to playoffs? Did they only go regular season? Win rate, kill death ratio, gold spent percentage differential. Baron taken percentage, Drake taken percentage, lane CS percentage, jungle CS percentage. Those are stats. So, Vitality gets above KRX because of that. Giant X Leapfrogs disguised. KT go above Nongshim with their win. HLE move up 4 spots from 40th to 36th. Bro drops from 36th to 39th, and Los and Fly deal with the ripple effect of that. So, not a ton of movement, not a ton of games. This weekend, I expect a lot of movement when we have all the regions playing once again. Now on to the LPL. Okay, so for the LPL. On here, we have the upper 8 and the bottom 6. Once again, the LPL are running a format that fucking sucks, where they split the teams up. I hate this format. It's terrible. Go back to double round robins. They had a single round robin with 17 teams. Do a single round robin with 14 teams. Don't do this. I hate this. I think it's terrible. I think it's a joke. I really, really do. And it makes my statistics a bigger pain in the ass, because now when I do my tier ranking, I have to adjust the LPL again, just like I did winter, being that they're not playing. These teams do not play schedule like these teams and like everybody else, because they are playing the weaker teams of their region. Now, anyone's legend right now ranked first statistically, followed by JDG, BLG, Weibo, Top Esports, IG. Nip and Wee end up 7th and 8th by default because statistically they played a weaker level of play in winter, and that's where these stats come from. Now, Nip, I think, are better than 7th, especially with Renard in mid for IG as of the moment. I don't know what he's going to really do for them. So that is a thing. Nip did very well in winter, actually beating IG in a best of 5, then losing to them again. Many people only remember the second one, but that sort of short-term memory makes us think maybe we should watch more League of Legends, because it was a wash 1-1. Team We, on the other hand, are just simply the 8th best team. They did make a change. Era is their support, and I think they're better now for it. But anyone's legend, Big Way is the coach now. That's not factored into this, but we do have to keep in mind he does. I think that is an improvement over Helper. So they are strongest part of the bot lane duo. Power rankings, they're second. Regular season, they finished first. Playoffs, they finished fourth. JDG, Hongq, and Zhaozhu are their strongest part. BLG, mid-jungle, Shun and Knight. Knight statistically, of course, is excellent. They won first stand, but they're ranked third based on the LPL stats. Weibo, mid-jungle duo of JJ Zhaohu. Top Esports, bot lane duo. We're thinking of Jackie Love and Feng Yu. So Jackie Love theoretically returning makes this bot lane duo second in the region. I don't believe that is actually the case, but statistically it is. In part, Weibo obviously making a move and bringing Hung, and that dropped their ranking down a bit in that category. Top Esports are a solid 5th, though, now without 369 playing. I saw rumors that it might be happening, very late rumors, and today I saw Zuan got brought up from Academy. Zuan was not terrible with IG a couple years ago in his very brief stint. In my opinion, he very reminiscent of how we just talked about Salsa this year. Zhaozhu in the past, player on a really shitty team trying to make things work, and I thought Zuan was okay. So with that in mind, I am kind of excited to see how he does on this team. Top Esports with Tian as well should help. Nayu obviously inting his face off. We have to remember this team with Top Esports finished 5th with a jungler that was actively inting in match fixing. So there's that. IG 6th. We'll see how Renard does. Breathe in for Saburo is obviously an improvement. Shaki and for Fodic with Mako. I mean, the team's better. Helper being the coach now. I don't know. That is what it is. Nip and We are whatever. LNG, I think, statistically, are going to be a team that's going to... I mean, they obviously left a little bit on the bone in winter. I thought they would be better. I thought they would have made some noise in the playoffs. That team statistically should be solid. Croco, Bulldog, 1XN, and Missing, as well as Sheer and top lane. LNG should be better. I have higher expectations for LNG than a Nip, a We. I think they could be better than IG. I think they could be better than Top Esports. EDG, mid-jungle duo of Zhao, Hao, and Angel leading the way. Thunder Talk, just kind of mediocre across the board. OMG, mediocre, but the bot lane duo of Starry Moham are pretty good. LGD bot lane duo of Shawi and YCX are okay. And then Ultra Prime is the solo laners of Sausa and Saber. Saber statistically was excellent in winter against a lower level of play. Like, very, very fucking good. And last year he was trash. So this improvement is notable. Statistically very strong. And if he can keep it up, this is a player that we're looking at in 2027, getting an opportunity to maybe play for one of these big dogs. You know, you're looking at an IG that's going to, maybe Renard doesn't work out. Weibo might finally move on from Xiaohu. Things like that. I could theoretically imagine such a scenario. If Saber continues this performance, he did very, very well. Ultra Prime also have Climber in the jungle now. I mean, I have my reservations about that, but I think Grizzly was just fine. They didn't reuse the import slot, so I don't know why they went away from Grizzly. But regardless, yeah, BLG are third statistically based on LPL regular season, which they were second in win-loss. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.